Lourlo was a Riven Fiora player in solo queue, and when he got picked up by TL, I was like, well, why is he playing tanks?
Yep, I mean, everyone really.
Yeah.
At one point in their top lane life.
Yeah, there's too many carries,
Riven
too many
Fiora player.
too many cooks.
We'll see what happens here in the draft, though. echoFox on the blue side for the first one. Team Liquid over on the red. Azir, get him out of here. Banned out by echoFox. And Nivea gonna follow though for FeniX. I like it. Respecting the signature picks.
Exactly, and Froggen last night streaming had a gigantic win streak on Anivia. Posted a screenshot on his Twitter. Good games all around, apparently. But if you're banning Anivia away from Froggen, it's not only just a pick that's like signature to him, it's also a pick that counters Vladimir and Swain.
Yep.
And that might be what TL will be going for if it slips through.
Certainly looking like a strong pick as Rek'Sai banned away. Interesting to see that jungler be taken out, but certainly very strong. Vladimir, though, will get banned away, so no Vlad at least.
Yeah, and what Rek'Sai does is it gives Dardoch early game control, which is exactly what he needs. He gets vision without even having Sightstone or anything like that with the Tremor Sense, so he's able to detect if it's a good gank or not. And Kindred got nerfed, right? Nidalee got nerfed. Those junglers actually don't have too much gank assistance as well, and we know that Dardoch doesn't enjoy playing Kindred too much, and he likes other champions like Elise, where he has a CC that he can lock somebody up and destroy them.
Yeah, and we saw that in their match against CLG yesterday. Smithy and Dardoch were pretty much trading huge jungle games back and forth, as Rise actually the last ban there from echoFox. So once again, despite the changes, still continuing to see plenty of time on the ban list. Nobody wants to give that champion away. TL, what's their last ban here? They've got about 10 seconds to decide what they do not want in this first game.
Could be Swain, could be Nidalee still.
It'll
and
be Sivir.
Sivir, okay.
Different ban there. Keith definitely has had some highlights on Sivir already in the summer, but not a champion that's on everyone's list for champions you must ban.
Yeah.
Currently. Definitely strong though.
Yeah. It's quite interesting because when you see Sivir banned, you know that Piglet actually plays a mean Caitlyn, that he would be willing to play that into it. So it may just be that they might go for an Ashe here on TL side, taking the other utility meta AD carry out of the game.
Still playing Lucian as well for Piglet, so would have been happy with the matchup, I expect, but I think you might be right on the Ashe. We'll see what echoFox pick up here, though. 25 seconds left for pick number one. Nothing super crazy open. Maybe Swain is the obvious choice.
Swain, Aurelia, if they want to first pick that.
Oh, that's true. So many Aurelia games, but a wrench in the plans, perhaps? None of them. Give me Viktor. That's the first pick they'll take. So an Azir ban and a Viktor pick, semi-targeting FeniX here, but there's a lot of attention in the mid lane between the first few picks of this draft.
Yeah, a lot of attention towards that mid lane, banning out the Azir, making sure he doesn't have it. So FeniX getting knocked down a little bit in his champion pool. Everything except basically everything that he has played this split, Anivia, Viktor, Azir, Vladimir, taken away from him in champions, like except for LeBlanc. He had one LeBlanc game against Envy. And Lourlo hovering the Alawi because it crushed KFO yesterday and they crushed all of Fox. I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it too. If nothing else, you get maybe a little bit of an edge psychologically. Hey, KFO, remember this? Bet you do.
I mean, he doesn't have a whole lot of time to go home and have somebody play it into him like 5 times.
Well, Trundle and Karma instead, so a little bit more standard here for TL, but certainly strong and safe picks here from Team Liquid. echoFox with a first pick mid laner, clearly prioritizing Froggen's champion. We'll see how they round out the next few picks here, because a lot of obvious picks did get taken out. It's actually pretty smart banning by both sides.
Yeah, TL, you know, you can flex that Karma into the mid lane. FeniX did play it back in playoffs. It is the kind of staple meta support right now alongside Zyra, which hasn't been picked up, and Big has played a game of it this split, 2 of them, as a matter of fact, and Braum. So a lot of options here for Big to pick up his support, but I think you take your AD carry here, and maybe your jungler, so you can pinch that pool just a little bit more.
Yeah, I wonder which AD carry the teams want here, because we've seen, again, Ashe, probably the next obvious utility AD carry other than Sivir, but some players do still prefer to play with aggressive AD carries, and even we've seen some, like, late game carries as well. So AD carry is actually pretty interesting right now.
Yeah. It may just be the famous protect the Lucian.
Yep, all right. Lucian and Zyra actually the picks for echoFox, so they take arguably the strongest 2v2 bottom lane on the patch. Lucian definitely got hit hard, but Piglet's playing him, Double is still playing him. Keith's going to give it a go this time.
Yeah, big thing about the Lucian is the build that he has is just incredibly good at hitting squishies early on, and then when he transitions, people start getting armor items, you're shredding them in more ways than one if you start stacking your Black Cleaver and stacking your Mortal Reminder, which I hope it's Mortal Reminder. Lord Dominic's regards. Not always the greatest, especially against somebody like a Trundle.
Yeah, too much healing going on right now.
Yeah.
So definitely been the more popular choice. TL though, different direction perhaps for the draft. Haven't shown anything really with Trundle Karma. FeniX currently hovering Zilean. Wow, that would be quite the comp if they want to put it together.
Yeah, they all have kind of blue backgrounds.
Yeah, I was going to say,
random aside,
I was like,
random aside.
TL to the blue team on the wrong side.
And
but
Echo Fox have some orange backgrounds.
oh, it all comes
together.
Rengar! Dardoch, hello!
Oh my god, okay. So, Dardoch was a Rengar one-trick. When I talked to him about how, I was like, how are you so good? He's like, I am a Rengar one-trick that learned other champions. So he loves this champion. They have movement speed for him. That is the big thing here. TL will only run Rengar when they have something to supplement its movement speed. Zilean, Karma, they used to run it with Lourlo and have him run straight down mid lane. He can hit level 6, run straight up past both tier 2 towers, and just get a speed up from Zilean, jump on the mid laner. He will flash Bola Viktor right in the face.
Yeah, and it makes sense, right? Like, he kind of plays every other champion as though he's playing Rengar. To give him actual Rengar. Yep. Very excited to see what Lourlo does here, and I do love the draft so far from TL. Echo Fox, though, a lot of information given away with that Rengar pick.
Yeah.
We'll see how they sort of navigate the last parts of their draft, because I don't think they had Rengar on the brain.
No.
This particular champ selects. They have to play into it. Fiora and Elise, not Lee Sin, will round out the draft here. KFO back on that signature carry.
So KFO on the Fiora once again, and he's been making a name for himself on this champion, but last time he played against Cloud9, it was not pretty. It was 1-in-4 performance for him. He couldn't really get off the ground. Only 2 kills for his team in that game, though, picking up one of them. So up against the Trundle, it is a matchup that kind of goes in Trundle's favor early, and then later on, if you're able to actually survive and get to 2-3 items as Fiora, you pretty much take over the entire game.
Yep, standard Fiora.
But problem is there's a Zilean here. Zilean's revive is just so potent, and if you're throwing it on somebody like a Rengar who's dove in or anything like that, then it just becomes even more annoying.
All right, well, we'll see what TL want to do with their last pick. It is probably AD carry. I hovered Ezreal before. Certainly a champion Piglet knows his way around. We saw so much of this matchup when Lucian was super popular. Now that Lucian's a little bit less popular, it sort of dropped off, but Ezreal's still solid. Piglet confident in the other side of the matchup.
Yep.
And that's going to be the pick. So really, a whole lot of weight on Dardoch's shoulders this game. He's kind of the premier threat of this team.
Yep. TL, they put a lot of faith into Dardoch right now. Dardoch, he can deliver, though. We knew him as a rookie that wasn't nervous on stage ever, and that he was able to actually deliver fantastic carry performances. In playoffs, Lee Sin, double-digit kills, absolutely bonkers. And now, Champion Select might have bamboozled Fox a little bit, because that Rengar coming out, you don't get a lot of scrim time against that.
No. I mean, Echo Fox, they have very solid picks for themselves. I'm sure they're happy with the draft they've gotten. They've gotten strong champions in almost every role. Very solid, very well-rounded. But TL's starting to get on the Zilean train. This champion might be the next thing to look out for in mid lane, because it was always the thing, but some of these comps look really brutal when they work.
It was a thing, but not enough people really played it or put the time on it. Zilean, Anivia, both champions where it used to be you only play these champions if you are a main of them, and now they've become so annoying and you really have to draft around them. Well, now we're seeing them more and more, and they're very hard to deal with.
Certainly drafted around this time around for TR. And don't forget to tweet at LPL eSports with the hashtag FOXWin or hashtag TRWin as we get ourselves into the second series of the Battle Arena. Don't forget, there's plenty of League of Legends if you guys are somehow feeling starved. But after that great series between TSM and Immortals, we'll see what these two teams can do. Both hungry for a win. TL would love their first match win. Echo Fox looking for their second. And I just love the comp team Liquid have put together.
Yeah. It's a very unique thing that you would only get experience with this composition against it if you scrim TL. They're the only ones playing it right now, to my knowledge, and it's just a fantastically well-rounded comp here. I'm going to go down the lines of what these want to accomplish. TL, right off the bat, it's you look at Dardoch, a lot on his shoulders here. Give him the movement speed. Don't worry. This is just to build up the hype. It's to build the hype so that we can get that large burst of movement speed later on.
And one of the things I like is that this is actually an interesting game one comp. Because if it doesn't work, okay, we'll go back to standard. That's fine. Or if you smash them, it's like, all right, what now?
Exactly.
You gonna ban the Rengar?
Exactly. Best of threes. Fantastic time to pull this out and be able to just say, hey, you have to adjust if this crushes. And even if you lose, well, you tried something different. You put it out there, and then other teams might be banning it against you in the future, even if it lost, just because they might not know how to deal with it themselves.
Just to let you guys know, we do have a quick audio issue on stage, but should be resolved very quickly, so don't go too far away. TL vs Echo Fox should start shortly. But yeah, I mean, best of ones, you could do this as well, like pull out like a, I'm not going to say cheesy, but like kind of gimmicky strategy or just something your opponent didn't expect. Win a game and be like, oh cool, we got a win. There's always more value in a best of 3 now, because if it doesn't work, you have a fail-safe.
Yes.
Which I really like. And then I think psychologically throughout the series, like, they always have to think, is it the Zilean, is it the Rengar? And if they, like, even if they beat it, it's like, well, maybe it's actually we just mis-executed, pull it off again. Dardoch, though, ever since he's come back into TL, it didn't take too long. He's been a huge player for his team, of course. Now I feel like they're just shifting all the power. Like FeniX and Piglet, not doing as well. Give them all to Dardoch.
Yeah, no, I actually think that's a really good plan, because when two people are not performing simultaneously really well, put them on some utility champions and make sure that you put the weight on somebody else's shoulders. We saw the game that they picked up when Lourlo had Aurelia in the top lane and Dardoch just camped for him. It was a fantastic game. And I wonder if the audio issue is the fact that Dardoch locked in Rengar and he's not hearing his enemy scream. So, well, like, no, I'm on the riff.
No, into the game just yet. I would have hit them from the fountain. Help me.
The AD carry you usually do.
Yeah, that's true. All the way from the other side of the stage. We'll have a quick chat about Echo Fox on the other side. As I said, team comp, super solid. Nothing surprising there. I think they've drafted very well, particularly for the patch that we've seen. More for me about Echo Fox's play in general has been they play well together as a team. There's like, yes, Froggen and KFO have shown some big performances. Keith has been up and down, mostly up. But when they lose or win, they tend to lose or win together, and they do like to play a fairly deliberate pace around the objective.
It's a very deliberate pace. They basically get off to, Froggen pace.
Yep.
It's like, it's going to be a slow game. Let's give some resources to Froggen. And the people I always want to watch here are Hard and Big, because KFO, Froggen, and Keith, we kind of know what they're capable of now and how they perform. Hard, jury's still out for me on this guy. He played a lot last split, but it's still, what is his identity as a jungler?
Yeah, and we can't forget that Echo Fox are still sort of finding that team synergy together. They had way more time now after an impressive back end of the season when they finally got all the mess out of the way and were able to just play some League. But it's definitely a tough season. This is a tough draw here against Team Liquid early on. I think all the teams have shown us that you don't really want to sleep on anyone, especially in a best of 3 where people have time to sort of make it happen. So it should be a close one. Curious to see what the teams do. But again, Dardoch, this is such a treat for anyone who's never seen this before. Whether it works amazingly or is a spectacular failure, this is going to be fun. That much I can promise you guys.
Yeah, Dardoch, fantastically mechanically gifted jungler, but he's also incredibly smart about where he's heading in the game with his route on Rengar. Very curious to see what route he goes for. Probably level 6, and then the gank.
All right, well, it's time to play League of Legends one more time. Echo Fox versus Team Liquid will be our first game of our second series here in the Battle Arena. Oh, it's all right. We can live the dream.
Yep, it's going to be Strength of Ages as well for him. So, not an incredibly aggressive Rengar build in his Masteries. He's just going for the standard.
Yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Not the Masteries, you're right.
That's true.
Nothing too crazy either.
Yep. Anyway, the composition from TL, fantastic. I love the synergy here. It has disengage. It has engage potential as well. So the poke on top of that and the engage, it just looks like a really well-rounded comp, both damage-wise and what it's able to do. And it can split push if you have Lourlo getting an advantage.
Yep.
And you go over to Fox's team comp, and they have the wave clear to do a 4-1 split push, right? You can't really engage on a Zyra. The disengage power that she has is incredibly potent. And then Hard has pick potential as well. So there's a lot of pick here, decent amount of disengage for the 4-man unit. But the idea is get KFO ahead so KFO can split push, and then it really turns online.
And again, that plays into the Echo Fox strategy of play really heavily around the map, run your opponents around, and then slowly grind them out. TL, we'll see what pace they want to play at today, because they've certainly shifted the power a little bit out of the mid lane and more into the jungle. But for now, we are going to have standard lanes to start things off. Now we're going to do the Krogs with some helpful plants and Keith, and then Piglet and Matt doing the Gromp. As Froggen eats a bomb to start things off in the lane, but he's not too disappointed, I don't think. Curious to see how these 1v1 matchups shake out. I have to think both teams are probably relatively happy with this.
Yeah, but whenever you go up against a Zyra, you kind of want to lane swap. Deep down in your heart, you're just like, I don't want to be in this lane. Let's avoid her. But they're going to go up against it. And I'm curious to see how this bottom lane from TL actually fares, because usually you lane swap against it, but it might just be Piglet saying, I have that confidence, because they used to be the best 2v2 bot lane last split.
Well, already taking damage from Matt. Level 1 karma. Not looking too hot there on the health bars, but level 2 will come shortly. Matt continues to poke. And Big trying to get aggressive. Does get some damage down. Again, Piglet very practiced in this matchup as we have a look with KFO and Lourlo. KFO right now, a little down on experience, sorry, but does hit level 2 now. And don't expect too much to happen, but maybe as KFO gets stronger, might start playing for those duels more and more.
Hard already ganking top. Like I said, this is what the composition is about. If he can kill Lourlo really early on and get KFO ahead.
Just want to upset the bounce of one of these lanes. KFO is a pretty good candidate for it. Dive in, riposte there for the slow. Now Hard's in as well. Pillar's there. They're going to try and predict the flash. I think Lourlo flashes out. Hard's not going to get him.
It's a good pillar by Lourlo. A lot of the times you'll throw it on the Fiora next to you, throws it at the Elise to slow him, and make sure that he's not able to follow.
Well, good play there by Hard. Great gank. Does just get the summoner out from Lourlo. KFO maybe going to get a bit more of an edge here in the lane. Hard could look for a revisit, but not right now.
Yeah, immediately. Dardoch saw Hard go top, no red buff. Goes straight to his red buff. Now he's going to triple buff him. But Hard has more in mind. He's going to go head towards FeniX.
Yep. It's all about ganking today, but FeniX pieces out at Zilean speed. Proving a little too tricky for Elise. Keith here still farming up, but getting a little low. Piglet played well as Dardoch does get that red buff.
There. He's going to wait.
This is a very Rengar play.
Yep.
How long will he wait is the question. Maybe going to check the Raptors now. Oh, this is so scary. Oh, no.
The Raptors are gone. He's going to be like, okay, well, ships in the night.
Could have waited a little longer, but doesn't go for it. Decides to keep hard farming instead. Dardoch, of course, will have that red up. So a bit of an early jungle lead there for TL. Piglet and Matt, though, back in this bottom side. Very impressed with Piglet's ability to navigate this lane. You said it already. One of the best 2v2 laners last split. Piglet, always a dominant laner, even on a champion like Ezreal.
It's not a bad matchup either. It's what you usually pick into the Lucian on 6.10 for sure. Now on 6.11, we're seeing more Ashe, we're seeing more Caitlyn as well as Sivir.
Good walk back from Froggen. Bomb's chasing him, but just a bit of poke damage. FeniX having a nice shoulder lane so far, but Froggen, understandably, pretty perfect looking CSing so far. This is that they'll be trading wave clear back and forth. Hard's ganks have looked good early on, but haven't converted into kills just yet. KFO trying to bully Lourlo, but the CS also staying even there. And it's been a relatively quiet 5 minutes on in these lanes. Hard going to have to play catch up a bit because Dardoch level 5, you talked about him wanting to farm up to level 6. Curious to see what happens as soon as he gets the ulti because I imagine somebody's going to die.
Yep. I think he's going to run straight down mid lane for Viktor. If they can get a flash out of him, I assume that's where he's going to go.
See what Dardoch does with the farm because he has not left the jungle just yet. Hard actually.
Yeah, he doesn't. Finishing
that tracker's knife. Froggen again, eating some bombs. FeniX going to line up the second one.
Dardoch, a little less than halfway. Going to find a reward. But he has a couple camps up right now, and he's a level up over Hard. Hard has to respect this, especially when this bush is nearby.
The rush. So dangerous. You get a ward? Oh, he does get it. Straight onto the crowd. That's mine. Hard's like, oh my god.
Yep. He's basically early game as Rengar, if you get a slight advantage when he gets the triple buff like that, that EXP advantage that he gets to walk around now half a level up, which gives him that extra ability. And now he gets to be a bully.
Dardoch level 5, just pushing out the wave actually, making sure KFO doesn't get too many ideas here in this lane.
I'm sure that's what he's doing. He's not walking by going, experience. Yeah. I actually think that's exactly what he's doing. He said, let me soak this experience. I'm going to go do Krugs. Krugs will get me level 6, and then I'm going to gank.
Matt taking damage. Zyra, we talk about it so often.
Yep.
Does a boatload of damage for a support. Matt ate the pointy end on that one. Is Dardoch's level 6?
Yep.
Going top lane, building some fury. So smart.
He's going to back, because he hasn't backed yet at all.
Yeah.
He's sitting on 1,700 gold. And we'll see what he gets, because it's going to be Moby Boots.
Oh my god.
Oh my, okay, because of the fact that the exclamation point shows up faster for your enemy now, it's a larger distance, you have to close that distance much sooner. So, Moby Boots is your answer, as well as, I guess, Karma and Zilean. So, here we go.
Attacks and lanes, we're taking Moby Boots. It's full solo queue.
He just pulled, so he pulled the Wolves to get himself full stacks, gonna hit the ulti, might run straight down mid lane. He's looking for Froggen.
He wants it, gonna look straight for it, jumps in
there
for the
it
fun.
is.
Ball is good, CC in there from FeniX and Dardoch! First blood!
Flash, point blank Bola. You don't have enough time to react to that. Dardoch has done that time and time again on this Rengar, back when he used to play it. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, seems to be back for now. Very well executed gank there in the mid lane, and it all starts from here. Taylor 1,000 gold up. They got the first blood on the Rengar. Oh, baby.
And this has always been kind of the identity crisis with TL, is too many cooks. You have a lot of carries. You have FeniX, Piglet, and Dardoch put a lot on this guy's shoulders. Double bomb afterwards, the point blank flash bola. Very little time to react there.
Knows the range perfectly as well. You can really tell Dardoch knows the ins and outs of this champion. It's KFO and Lourlo having a duel. Lourlo's just straight up winning.
Yep.
Didn't even use the ultimate.
And the thing is also Lourlo is behind in combat stats. There's 2 more longswords in the inventory of KFO right now. It's still not enough. He's not getting the perfect vitals, etc. Shoved in so Dardoch can get his way into this bush. We'll see. Kind of waiting for a gank here.
He's taking damage. Good from Piglet. Almost threads the needle on that mystic shot. Doesn't quite go in for it. And Dardoch, very patient. Oh,
Yeah,
this is gross.
KFO wants to bully though. He's walking straight up.
That's not good.
That's so easy.
There we go. The leap in. Damage is huge. And KFO, good with the other target. He flashes out just in time with Lourlo.
Oh, yeah.
The post is good, but Lourlo's going down.
Not Lourlo.
Nope. Took that KFO. I know what I meant.
It's all right. I got my one for the day. So you get yours. Dardoch's doing work though. This is what it looks like when TL plays around Dardoch from the jungle. And he was brought on, and everybody's like, this guy's such a god in solo queue. And this is why. He's able to carry the game single-handedly, and Lourlo being instilled with courage to go forward. I think that's a fantastic duo. We talk about top lane jungle synergy. Lourlo Dardoch is one that they utilize when Lourlo is on something that can carry. Because he's allowed, because Dardoch's kind of given permission to visit that lane instead of FeniX or Piglets.
Yep.
It's like, it's worth it now. When he's on Maokai, when he's on Aurelia, go, go, go.
Yeah, and look at the rest of the team, right? Piglet, up in CS actually by a pretty nice margin with the Ezreal. FeniX, even with Froggen, which is always a feat. Like, TL's Korean lanes are fine right now. Although that's bad news. Damage on the Piglet. Piglet stands here and takes it, but not too afraid by the looks of things. Just going to keep farming up. And TL, this could be a shift in how they want to play, at least for this game. A very different look with Dardoch playing up and aggressive towards that top side of the map, and this blue buff stands no chance. I assume it's going to go over to FeniX. I'll wander over in just a second to collect it. Although Dardoch, I would not fault you for trying to take it.
You know, more CDR for my ultimate to be up faster.
Nope.
Nope.
He sates the solo queue instinct. Dancing around. Come on, buddy. Just going to kite it around.
Yeah,
there we go.
Making sure he doesn't take damage from it.
Bit of extra XP for Dardoch. That's a nice little trade.
Has ultimate, has 5 stacks there of his ferocity.
Froggen immediately leaves.
I assume he's going to go top, though. I assume he's going to go top because KFO doesn't have flash anymore. This is the lane that you want to visit right now. It's the lane that you want to get ahead, and it is the strategy from Echo Fox to get KFO ahead and to have him split push. If you shut down the split push.
We saw Hud's 2 ganks as Dardoch's coming in again. TL with a nice pink quad. Dardoch's just going to pop the ulti. KFO in a whole host of trouble. I think he knows it. Dardoch looking in for it. Does react. Gets out of under the bowl and now issues the grand challenge. Going to try and go even hard here. Maybe turn it around. Lourlo and turret red. Taking damage. KFO. One more hit, but Dardoch going to turn things around. No. Can't do it as hard. Gets the kill onto Lourlo. And now Dardoch getting chased down. It's a double kill for the Elise.
And a hard sniffed that coming a mile away. He started heading top straight through the lane a minute ago so that he's able to actually meet it. Pinged out KFO. Starts running back. And Dardoch misses the crucial first bola. The lunge from KFO just dodging it.
Great play there, but Piglet in trouble. Froggen on the bottom side. Piglet going to try and outplay Heal Pop. Goes in for the kill, but Froggen shuts that down. FeniX here a little too late.
Yep, TP late. No chrono shift available either. Nope. Gonna have to clean up the CS, push it in.
You're secretly glad every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
As we watch this one again.
Yeah, you can see Hard's already running down the lane. There hasn't even been an exclamation point. They saw this coming on Fox's side. Uses the ultimate for the movement speed, hits 2 of them, baits back a little bit, and then Lourlo gets turned on. KFO finally uses the riposte. And is able to pick him up. Double kill going over to Hard early on, and that gets him right back in the jungle game against that Rengar. That's just honestly a huge menace right now in the early game.
Yep. Really well played by Hard. Tried for the 2 ganks early, didn't. Wasn't successful. Dardoch was able to get a lead, but answered right back now from the Elise. And we actually do have a lane swap situation. Keith and Big going to go up here to that top half. Doesn't really like how the lane was going, perhaps. Or maybe just want to shift things around and try and take some turrets and up the tempo of the game just a bit. Piglet, though, will happily sit down here, farming very nicely on the Ezreal. Yeah, and KFO's going to struggle here.
Yeah, he's definitely going to struggle here. You can't really double jungle at this point. It is a little confusing, but regardless. Dardoch going to hang out by this side. Ultimate back up, but Dragon's free for the taking at this point.
Yep, Ocean Drake going to be started here by Dardoch from Team Liquid. Should be pretty easy pickup for him as Big again going in, grasping roots land. FeniX taking the damage, but should be okay.
A lot of damage, pretty much just from the Zyra there. Piglet, ooh, nice riposte there from KFO to avoid the damage.
Piglet got a little too aggressive to take damage there in that bottom lane. Dragon though goes over to Team Liquid. Ocean Drake now in their hands as hard. Still know that red buff Fox with this swap really splitting the map back up into two different halves.
Yeah.
But TL just going to take this turret. Looks like we're going to start trading. Again, a little weird, but teams want to open up the map.
Well, I think what Fox did, well, I guess I'm going to say, Fox, they know what they're doing. They gave up the Ocean Drake, but they swapped out of it because they said, it's Ocean Drake, it's not a huge deal. And also, red buff is up on the top side. We'll take that for ourselves so we get a little bit out of it. And Keith, he'll pick up some CS without being harassed because the way that TL's been playing this bottom lane, Piglet and Matt, it's been fantastic. Shielding Piglet, and he's able to go aggressive every time. But they're going to lose a tier 2 here.
No.
Almost.
Don't commit. They might go in now, though. Keith will finally get the trade. But it could be a pretty uneven one as Team Liquid look to knock down the tier 2 in bottom lane. The ultimate can get used. Ulti used. That's just zoning them away. Bombs there onto KFO and landing onto Hard. Damage out there for Matt. He's going to snare up Hard, but he barely gets the tether. Piglet does claim the turret, and TL get a 2-for-1 turret trade.
I said Fox knew what they were doing, but they didn't know how fast it was actually going to be TL pushing that bottom lane. So they don't answer that other turret in the top side in tier 2. So advantage TL.
Absolutely. Get the Drake out of it as well. Rift Herald still standing, so available for both sides. And both top laners would love the buff. Froggen, though, going to get the blue buff here instead. And looks like TL are actually going to move back to that top half of the map. See if they can't knock down a few more turrets. But KFO may be a safe place to farm if the wave's near that turret. Got a nice long lane to play with, which could be good or bad depending on how he wants to play.
He sees this.
Whoop, Matt, hello, face check. Damage is good. See ya. Big takes the kill.
Good for them. Bad for TL. Matt absolutely obliterated. No time to even react and use his exhaust. Didn't feel like it at that point because he's pretty much already dead. And the wind has kind of been taken out of the sails of TL here. The Rengar early got the ghost out of Froggen, got the flash out of KFO, had one really successful gank, or two actually because they got KFO. And then the countertop really put TL in slow motion here.
Yeah, and Dardoch really not being able to get that momentum back, although looking onto the red buff now, hoping KFO is a little too far forward. Not seen, there's Piglet 1v2. Hard goes in, lined up by the Cocoon, gonna try and pass around the minions. Good little play there. And now Matt here to save him, blocks the Cocoon with his face. Well played by Piglet to not go down there.
Using the minions, it's minion block in the best way possible.
So blocking me dying. Piglet, good situational awareness there, but gonna keep farming this up. Does have the Man Immunite and the Sheen, so the 2 items for the blue Ezreal should be up soon, but Keith, pretty cost-efficient build as well. Ghostblade first, should parlay into Black Cleaver relatively shortly.
Yeah, also had the cull and able to get that little burst of gold to give himself, despite being down 20 CS, and a turret. Pretty equal in gold. Keith is actually up right now because of the cull.
Dardoch also with the Warrior Enchant, playing bottom side right now. Lourlo with his Titanic Hydra versus KFO's Ravenous Hydra. So we're going to have a pretty epic split push battle at some point, but like you alluded to at the top of the game, feels like KFO eventually should be able to win the 1v1.
Yeah, and the fact that they got those 2 assists on him, maybe it could have been 2 kills, but also could have been another death for him if Hard wasn't there. So Hard really saved that top and got Fox back in it.
Gold's so even though. You can see TL up by about 1,600 gold, but it's just the junglers really.
1,000 gold there for like 800 there in favor of Dardoch, but then 80 carry, you could see, despite CS and all of that being in favor of Piglet, Keith is still up because of that call. And then it's just kind of a little bit of change here and there, and Big being able to use his Spell Thieves a little bit more often, as well as having that kill.
Awful lot of odd swaps happening this game, because we've actually moved back into a standard inverted 2v2 lane, at least for now. Again, a lot of general map movement in this game. Feels like Echo Fox are trying to find some traction in this game. TL, though, definitely slowed down after the initial Rengar onslaught. And FeniX pushing in on this turret. Actually threatening it to maybe go down, constantly pushing Froggen in, staying up in CS. A very impressive Zilean game here so far from FeniX.
Yeah, getting their ass down in lane. But the action really needs to kick up for TL in this mid game with the Rengar, or he needs to kick it into high gear with farming. It's level 11.
Battle again. KFO and Lourlo. I just love it when both ultis go down. They're just like,
It's like, okay, back away, back away.
Yep.
They're done? All right, go again.
Yeah, Lourlo maybe looking to go back in. Trundle, pretty hard to get out of these lanes, especially because, again, KFO's waiting on the items.
Yeah. Anyway, the Dardoch point where he now has rank 2 ultimate, just went into farm mode and...
Flash in for big. Ulti's flashed out by Karma. Froggen goes in, though. He's going to try and turn things around. Piglet looking for a big play. Does go down, though. That's 2.
Really late TP, and Dardoch having to kind of bring up the rear here.
Ulti in, repel down. Can hard get away. Good grasping moves onto Dardoch. Might keep them safe. Still a turret to fall back to, an Echo Fox win a clean 2 for 0 there.
Yeah, really late TP there from FeniX, and Lourlo's TP was off on the right side. He thought that they were going to continue to get chased down the lane, and Viktor, Froggen being able to make it up there so quickly really took them off guard.
Again, just feels like the one game plan was there for TL, but ever since it's been stopped, we've had a dead even game. Rift Herald, though, could be a nice momentum shift here.
All right, so does it go to Dardoch or does it go to Lourlo?
I imagine it goes to Lourlo, but it's kind of a curious question.
One would think. I would think as well, but I've seen stranger things, so it is going to go to him. All right.
Dardoch, again, despite playing Rengar, still understands his team's needs. Oh, hello. Oh, good juke. That survives. So everyone's just trying to get vision around the Drake area because Infernal Drake is up right now.
Yep, Fox do have priority on this area, though. Dardoch on the top side of the map.
Yep, an effective trade then. Rift Herald for Infernal Drake. Okay, Fox will be happy to pick that one up. We saw their early weeks games with objective control. They love playing around the Dragon area.
Yes. Playing around the Dragon area is incredibly important, especially when it's the Infernal Drake. It's the universally good one. And Azael was talking about it. It's the best one when you're already ahead. So if you actually get yourself to an advantage, then it helps you snowball.
TL though, checking in with the wave clear. FeniX able to get that down relatively quickly. Just having a quick look in with the items. Nothing too crazy just yet. Everyone's sort of building in towards item number 2. Most people have got their first major item done, but again, pace of the game is, actually, I will say fittingly Echo Fox.
Yeah, it is fittingly Echo Fox right now. TL, it's just Dardoch farming, getting to 1,600 gold, then backing and full buying an item, and all that stuff. He keeps doing that, and then, yeah, there's Tiamat right there for him.
All right, so pretty heavy on the damage early on. Good to see that, you know, he understands. I picked to be an aggressive carry this game from the jungle, so certainly playing that way. Big farm advantage as well on Hard, but Hard's done a great job containing Rengar after the kind of the first worries came out in the mid lane gank.
He's still 1,000 gold down, and that's where this kind of keeping him back in the game from Dardoch is coming from.
Clean rotation here from TL. Take the mid turret out. 3-1 now for Team Liquid up in turrets. Starting to open up the map more. That is a playground for this Rengar. Because if anyone's ever in a stray side lane, they're going to die. Lourlo actually looking to make it another turret here. Remember, TL got the bottom tier 2 already. So Keith all the way out there. Lourlo going to take down this turret. Rift Herald buff helping out immensely there. Starting to actually snowball a nice little lead here.
Yep, getting those outer turrets. And like you said, I think the big thing is that it allows Dardoch free reign of the jungle. And as Rengar, it's exactly what you want. Somebody's pushing, well, you can kind of shut down that split push. That top lane is an extremely long lane now with only tier 2s up.
Echo Fox looking to answer though. We'll get this turret down the bottom side, so gold straight back to even, more or less. Only 500 up for TL. Lourlo though continuing to be a nuisance.
This is the stat check though. Who wins this fight? Because Lourlo can't retreat. Lourlo is too far up.
Challenge issued. KFO though, a little too low. Riposte is there. Lourlo going to keep turning it around.
Oh, he keeps against the wall.
Use of the wall. Flash auto. That's the kill.
Lourlo, on the opposite side of the map though, we see Piglet going down, and the dive from Fox as they get a turret on the counter. Lourlo's going to have to push this top lane.
Yep, he's going to keep going. TP not up for a little while longer. Might get a trade. But Miniwave's not cooperating thus far. Echo Fox though going to peace out after picking up that kill onto Piglet and the turret for themselves. We'll watch this again though, for the first time even.
Dodges a grasping root. Still eats a full culling there. Piglet fucking walks forward. Piglet can't survive in the opposite side of the map. Yep. Lourlo, that was nice. Keeping at least one of those grand challenge marks against a wall so he can't get the healing is incredibly important.
Yep, pretty much won him that little duel. And Lourlo right now proving that you can win the 1v1. KFO might need a bit extra if he's going to actually win those duels.
Yeah, there was a bit of a risk too, because KFO had flash. If he was actually able to flash the other side and maybe get that last little vital, because it wasn't completely against the wall, it was curved. angled.
We'll never know.
Yeah, but it would have had to be a large burst of healing.
Well, not enough that time at least, as Echo Fox starting to open up the map for themselves. Dardoch throwing a ward. About to face check a few too many people.
Oh
Straight
boy.
in. There's the burst down. At least you can land. Gravity field. Dardoch, frozen in midair. KFO gets the kill.
Rengar's like, that's not how this is supposed to work.
Yep.
It's the role reversal there. Dardoch goes down, can't even flash. Locked up. And all of Echo Fox able to sneak into that bush with the pink ward control that they have on this top side of the map. You can see Keith continuing to push the top.
Piglet. Cocoon to the face. Big in. Piglet flashes out to safety. I think, no, actually, just Arcane Shift. It doesn't have the cooldown. Keith, though, able to take the turret, and Echo Fox again. That objective-focused game. This open map really seems to help them. They've just got a couple picks, and that's converting into objectives.
Yeah, Echo Fox are doing a fantastic job of punishing bad routes from TL. You shouldn't be walking that way. Big
does pop the ulti on himself. He's going to now revive him. Actually gets a kill on a Big. So the turret could be the real target here. No such luck though as Froggen gets stunned up. Lucian are going to try and turn it around. Piglet hitting the culling. Matt's going to snare him up, but KFO issues the challenge. Now caught on the front side. He's going to go down to Piglet. TL going to turn that around.
FeniX MVP of that fight for me. Those double bombs stunning and being able to pick up Big and also preventing kills from going over. Really well played there. Dardoch once more though.
Yeah, he does. He leaps in onto hard, going for it. Almost gets the one shot down. Repel's going to fall in. Bombs are there, and that's Zilean getting the kill.
Able to continue, and let's see where they heading right here. Pings onto Baron. KFO does have TP. If this Baron does not go down in 15 seconds.
Well, this is going to be pretty aggressive Baron. This damage is nice.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's just retreating. They have to go back. So TL, they may just pick up a clean Baron here.
Hero play from Keith. Perhaps he's going to poke his nose in, but not too far. Zone out for FeniX, and Team Liquid claim a few back and get the Baron for themselves.
Large surge in gold after that mid lane play. FeniX stunning Big underneath the turret. Made him take too many tower shots here. Let's watch as this happens, because FeniX gets the revive on himself as well. Throws it out. Big just got aggro, so Big takes enough turret shots that he ends up dying from the bomb. Ulties himself, so he comes back up. Bomb again. Froggen gets stunned. Now he has to back up, taking a lot of damage. Matt able to body block and doesn't get the Grand Challenge off. And there again, another double bomb to stun up KFO.
Really nice fight there for Team Liquid, and now with the Baron buff, bit of momentum back in. Let's see this again. This was great from Dardoch.
It's that movement speed, flash, and then throw the bola and use all your abilities. Like, he just kind of mashed his keyboard there, but it's actually a specific order.
Yes.
I'm not good enough to be a Rengar player.
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Is Infernal Drake now back alive? See if Team Liquid fancy it. Piglet apparently is interested in the minions right now. Dardoch going back to base. Ghostblade done.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go Ghostblade first because it's typically the staple item you get, especially with how powerful it is. But because he had the movement speed increases from both Matt and FeniX, didn't have to rush it, because that's the big part of the Ghostblade, is just having that extra movement speed. So you're going to have about a 700 movement speed Rengar charging down lane, probably even more than that.
Yeah, that's full damage Rengar right now. Going to be a little bit more. The Infernal Drake does go over to Team Liquid. Don't forget they've got the Baron buff, so it's their time to shine. See if they can't push down a few turrets. Lourlo is such a nuisance in that top half. KFO is not really there yet, despite the 2 items that he's now finished to make any traction, especially with the Baron helping them out. And Team Liquid, this is the tri-lane pressure. See if Fox can hold.
Yeah, although KFO, he has his 2-item spike right now. Still, don't know if he's able to duel Lourlo. That's also Froggen helping out on that top side, blowing the ultimate, so he won't have it for a team fight if one breaks out. But yeah, KFO's effectively been a little bit shut out of this game for a bit with those 3 deaths.
2 key cooldowns now burnt. Team Liquid going to get their 6th turret of the game. Lourlo and KFO still fighting. Lourlo proving that he's still going to win. Pops the ulti for it, but KFO backs out of it. Team Liquid not done. Going to push out. Piglet does get snared up, but Dardoch in! Onto Froggen, that's going to force a flash.
Gets right back out too. And a little bit more damage onto that turret.
Got to protect the cannon minion.
They're just playing very ballsy right now.
Oh,
Dardoch's just going to go in every time.
Not enough. Protect the cannon. They're more than happy to be patient here. Let's just poke in. Echo Fox, such a tough defense with Froggen being so vulnerable. No summoners. Had to burn the flash on the Dardoch attempt. Finally clear that cannon out of the way.
FeniX ultied himself. Think he fat-fingered that. Think he actually meant to speed up.
That is certainly the abort mission cue, though. Dardoch going to go back and go having a giggle. See what item he's got next. If he has gone more, just an extra long sword, so no major item completion just yet. Echo Fox actually doing a nice job currently holding off on the Baron pressure. But Baron up for a little while longer. 10 seconds probably not going to be enough to push down a turret. So Echo Fox hold their inhibitor turrets. Usually the sign of a reasonably successful Baron hold.
True. They have the Viktor wave clear. They have the Zyra for the stopping the siege and the disengage. And yeah, I want to go back to the whole, just the match as a whole, because TL versus Fox, both teams are sitting at the bottom of the standings right now. 0-3 for TL, 1-2 for Fox. Both these teams had a lot of hype kind of coming in because we hadn't seen all of Fox last split. They only played about half the games as a team, and they looked like they were on the up and up. TL, they were looking on the up and up as well, and it just looked like they had some nerves near the end of the split with different venues and playoffs. So TL had a lot of hype too, but both these teams have very slow starts right now. They're still trying to get their footing under them, and this is the barometer right here.
Da-da, da-da. Kid's like, nope, 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 nope. No vision. Oh, actually, no, we would have had vision, but Dardoch doesn't go in for it.
Yeah.
Well, pace slowing down a bit. TL happy to play the siege game, despite having the Baron buff dropped off. Infernal Drake will be the next one as well, so TL probably just waiting for major objective spawns at this point. That does give breathing room to Echo Fox, so he'll have a chance to sort of get their farm up and maybe especially get KFO into a spot where he can start dueling Lourlo, but Lourlo's just sitting here pressuring. Still has Glimpse of the Void up, I believe. It's a very long buff duration. And TL forcing Echo Fox back, but again, as long as they contain this for a while longer, they will slowly but surely pick up farm. FeniX, though, dives to big with his ultimate ready.
Too fast. It was way too much burst there. You cannot underestimate the Zyra damage combined with the new Viktor damage, just the burst that comes out. It's a little less on the ultimate initially, but the ticks are so much more.
Yeah, and FeniX just gets blown to pieces there. Might have still died if he'd popped the ulti, but okay, Fox. Punish a mistake there, get a kill onto the Zyra, but they'll take it. And now actually starting to push out a bit more.
And that's been something that we've seen FeniX do a lot this split, right? Even when TL has leads and it looks like it's going to be starting them closing out the game where they just have to go step by step, FeniX will get caught. It's like, what is he doing there? Or he just gets blown up like that. Flash, ultimate, not able to actually react in time. And that's been a consistent problem now for this split.
Yeah, mid lane turret goes down for Echo Fox as a result of that kill, so they actually get an objective off it as well. Gold lead cuts for TL from 4,000 down to 3,000. We've got Baron up in a minute 10, Infernal Drake up in a minute 40. Seal, oh!
Nice.
Piglet. Cheeky.
Ended up getting it.
Well, he'll take it. Pretty strong right now on the Ezreal, building in towards that Blade of the Ruined King, but shouldn't be too far off it. Has a QSS as well, because does need to be aware of some of those stuns coming out. Item, of course, some of the teeth pulled out of it, but still just fine, especially on the slippery Ezreal. Dardoch lining up again, sped up. Oh my god, that's
got Lucian
terrifying. Keys! Oh no! Does get out of it for now. Dardoch, though, chunks him.
Yep. Some Rengar nerfs came through. Throwing the bola while you're in the air. Not that great.
Hard.
Oh.
Bursted out, stunned by the bombs. That's a kill. Torrent breaks, and chaos ensues. Froggen, now the target in as Zyra ulti disengages, and KFO, though, moving off to FeniX there on the right-hand side. TL, one pick, a turret, and an inhib in one fell swoop.
And it's the perfect time to do so. 20 seconds on Baron, 50 seconds on the Infernal Drake. If you're able to make your way up here, you killed off the jungler, they'd have to fight you for this Baron. We already saw that they can do it rather quickly.
Well, it should be going down when it comes up. They're probably starting it on spawn, although Dardoch getting creative. Goes for the Grunt, wants a bit more fury. Takes that away very easily. Full damage Rengar. Should help on the Baron, which is now alive, but TL not pulling the trigger just yet. Looking for another pick. Dardoch pops the ulti. Not gonna
He's searching. It's going to be reaching a little bit here.
Ooh, he sees a big. Wants big, goes in for it, just pops a few flashes. That's probably enough.
Yep, probably enough for sure. Now Big no longer has an escape tool on the Zyra, incredibly important, and there's no wards on this Baron right now for Echo Fox.
Big wave bot pushing in, TL, lots of pressure around the Baron area. Lourlo speeding in, looks for a pillar, doesn't quite find it. Lock it pop though on the Fox side. TL just buying their time, they have so much space right now. Top and bottom, unbelievable pressure. Infernal Drake getting pinged, maybe they go there, take the easier objective. Echo Fox are going to be forced to play back once more, and this Drake will go to Team Liquid.
Yeah, because if you do Baron, you give over Infernal Drake to Fox just because the duration of the amount of time it takes you to do Baron. But if you do Infernal first, well, Fox doesn't have the composition of the items right now to burst down Baron fast enough. So it's the right order to do these in.
TL just going to go back to baiting around the area. Dardoch does have the ultimate ready. So perhaps looks for that pick. Oh my god.
Hey, man.
His whole team's playing that Rengar now.
Remember CLG versus TL every time they went back to Baron?
Oh.
He was spotted, though. There's a ward right there, Dardoch.
Go in.
Ward right there.
Got flash?
Nope,
doesn't want it.
He took a victory lap. Kill the ward.
There we go. Take out the pink ward. Smart from Fox actually to have it there. But it's quite the dance now around this Baron. I think TL will just keep doing this until something breaks.
Well, they did that last time, too, and it didn't work out for them. They tried it over and over again, and they had picked champions like Bard. And it's just another sign of the shot calling, like going back to this objective over and over and over again. They had to find a little bit more creative ways to actually close the game out because you have split push. Lourlo's 2 levels up over KFO.
More of my Morty is finished for Dardoch though, so continuing to build that damage out.
It's kind of like FeniX got caught, and then they just decided, okay, you can't do that anymore. No more split pushing. Which I don't know if that's the right idea, but they do have a pick comp. They are able to actually pick him up, and yeah, he's got the Maw, so when he jumps in, he won't just have the Zilean ultimate. Hopefully, he'll be able to survive a little bit longer. So Dardoch, a little bit better.
Well, sideline pressure still there. Again, Team Liquid just camping this Baron area. Hey, they're in vision. They just walked over the speed shrine.
Oh, there we go. So Lourlo is split pushing now with his teleport up. Still has Glimpse of the Void for a little bit longer. So he has a big advantage. And I think he's going to do red buff right now as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right in vision.
So, and now everybody's going to try to come answer him. So I think it...
I guess the question is, can Fiora fight yet? 2 items, Bloodthirst are not quite done. Talk about KFO eventually winning this lane, but I don't think he can do it just yet.
They had Scuttle Crab. They know you're not doing Baron.
Yeah. Oh, hello, fight again. KFO proxy ulti, but Lourlo just too strong. Gonna jump him down, that'll force the flash out. Lourlo follow flashes in, grasps the Undying procs. Fiora getting a bit more health back. Lourlo though still chasing. Slow from the turret though, he's gonna save Fiora.
Yep, didn't have the movement speed to continue that. And, oh,
Matt caught, burst is there, but Dardoch looking to answer back in. Does he have a catch here? Got a minion, looks in for the bowler, finds hard. Not enough, another bowler misses actually. Froggen gonna blow him up maybe, Locket pop shields there. Team Liquid gonna stay up for now, but Lourlo trying to cut them off. Teal out, and again, another failed initiation. Although Zyra ulti pops.
Yeah, they got a lot of ultimates out there. Viktor down, Zyra down.
Lourlo back in, pillow up, that's hard flash, now big. Has to be careful, Fox gonna chase back in. Very chaotic, Piglet back in, good repose from KFO, but Lourlo now with the pillar could be the target. FeniX finds a bomb on the big. That's the opening Team Liquid needed.
Yep, able to just push down this mid lane again, and now they can put their eyes onto the Baron with no disruptions from Fox.
Piglet gonna lifesteal up, blue buff gonna get stolen away. Ezreal a good target for it, bombs there, but they give it to FeniX. No, Piglet does take it, which I think is actually the right idea. Now they're gonna go in onto Baron. Mid inhib still down, so Super still pressuring that mid lane. Team Liquid, Baron round 2, here we go.
Now with this Baron buff, Lourlo still has his TP. He already got the flash out of KFO. I think you go back to split pushing here with that Baron buff. And this is just kind of strange by Fox because they keep trying to get this chip damage down instead of actually running away, and Keith gets tagged, and the pillar finally comes back off a cooldown, and they get 2 for that. Just the fact that they're chasing for that long when they're behind, or they're kind of flirting with the disengage instead of actually disengaging.
FeniX, despite getting caught that one time, certainly showing up big with the bombs. Pretty much carried through that lane. As Elder Dragon actually spawning in a minute 50, so more objectives for Team Liquid to play around. They have 2 Infernals and a Cloud, so that's a huge boost of power if they can slay the Elder Dragon. I have to feel like maybe the game is still certainly in reach for Echo Fox. Team Liquid trying to, I feel like every time they try and pressure, Echo Fox just have an answer. And Team Liquid, yes, they're getting ahead slowly, but maybe, given how the game started, Echo Fox are happy to take this late.
Yeah.
Try and win that one big team fight.
Speaking of late, they just got to pick. Oh.
Keeps happening.
Again. Yeah, they have a really good idea of what bush to camp because TL are taking really unsafe routes through places, and then they just end up getting caught by the Elise, the root, from Big.
Dardoch waiting off in the back. Does have the ultimate. Pops it, I think. Nope, not yet. Tricked me. All the Rengar sounds sound the same to me. Double cannons, though, taking out this inhib. Oh, there's one down from the piercing light. There's 2 from the grasping roots. Cannon minions down. TL just need to poke in for a bit of extra damage on the inhib, but playing it safe, waiting for the wave to pressure.
Oh, KFO's build, actually, I really like this. He picked up the Bloodthirster, so he has double lifesteal items now, so he can actually stand in the minion wave and not let it touch his turret. So Lourlo pushing is not going to be as effective, but KFO backing for an item right now.
There we go. Do take out the inhib. Oh, hello, Dardoch. Running straight in with the Ghost Blade. Bowler doesn't connect. Second one doesn't either. Top lane knows where they want to go. Turret destroyed. Lourlo not going to move in, but KFO ultis him. I think he's sort of caught a little too far out, but Froggen is going to try and run defense. TL, it's a real interesting situation. Grasping is good. Ulti out from Zyra is going to get flashed out of. More procs there for Dardoch. Still very close. FeniX trying to zone them away. Froggen pops the ulti. And it's just it, that 1 minute hit in the tower. Fox starting to lose their base, but still holding.
Yeah, and TL back off. FeniX, man, if he got caught again by a cocoon there, it's too risky. But yes, if they had gotten caught, that probably would have been Elder Drake or Elder Dragon going down, or at least contested here with an advantage.
And that's where TL are going, unsurprisingly. Got a whole lot of pressure. Teleporting actually from FeniX, I assume. Yeah.
Into the mid lane just to get there faster. He's got home guard and speed up. He wants to shove it in.
All right.
Make sure there's pressure on this mid wave.
He has done so.
I mean, I guess he's not going to be split pushing the Zilean anytime soon.
Yeah. Mostly for lane, I guess.
I guess I speak too soon.
Oh, he will.
He did it before.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Saw Bjerg can do it as well in the last series. Elder Dragon, though, is the target. Dardoch in. Hard bound. Hard. No, it was big. Almost gets him, but Froggen turns it around. Zilean ulti going to save him, though.
And back with full HP.
Yeah, that's pretty gross. Froggen not going to get bowled. Just the slow.
Oh!
FeniX. That's one. Froggen not dead with the bomb. And FeniX again just sniping people.
Yeah. It's funny because FeniX, you know, he's getting caught and stuff, but he's actually playing this game really well aside from those little errors.
Well, Zilean bomb's been on point so far. That will give Team Liquid the Elder Dragon. See if they just go straight for some push with a buff. It's a very powerful buff, but you only get it for 2 minutes. Team Liquid, time to do some damage straight down the bottom lane.
And man, you were talking about picks and bans. Was it the Zilean? Is the Rengar? Rengar's actually been kind of lackluster this game. Starting. Oh!
Oh, no! Dardoch finds him, but Froggen going to turn it around. The ulti's there. Healing from Mikhail's Chrono Shift back in, and FeniX once again going to save the day now. Hard going to get chased in or flash towards KFO. Dashes out with a lunge, but it's not enough. He forced a flash as well. Team Liquid. Brutal assault here with the Elder Dragon. Keith, peel it up. Off the flash, grasping roots, not going to stop TL. Just unrelenting pressure. FeniX gets out of the way, and Lourlo's starting to chew through these turrets.
And TL just bullying their way in there. Dardoch, he's getting the ultimate, he's getting the speed up. He's basically a soaker.
Yep.
He's taking all of the ultimates from Froggen, they're trying to burst him out, and then he just gets rezzed.
Talk about Zilean and Lulu creating quite a pseudo tanks. Lourlo actually caught with the gravity field. Damage is there, but Dardoch dives into the backlines on the Keith. Not going to get it though. They will protect him. Froggen again holds the line.
Ultimate went onto Lourlo there, not onto Dardoch. And Lourlo, he wasn't really in danger of dying. He was going to back off, and he still has flash, whereas Dardoch doesn't. Dardoch was the much more unsafe member there.
Also significantly tankier than the full damage Rengar. So FeniX, a misstep there. And Team Liquid, they have such a big lead in this game, but it's looking a little sloppy.
Yeah, it's
to try and close this out. Echo Fox still in with a chance. Froggen is doing immense amounts of work on this Viktor. Almost finished full build as well.
Yeah, almost at 6 items here. But so is FeniX, right? You can see these mid laners have both been playing their hearts out for this game. But right now, FeniX has a little bit more pressure advantage with his team. Bombs come down, Lourlo gets rooted up, gets sucked in. And yeah, ultimate goes onto him as Dardoch jumps in, and everybody focuses onto him instead.
Would have gotten maybe one kill there instead. Fox again, protect their Nexus turrets. Don't have a whole lot left to defend.
No.
9 turrets here for TL. Nexus protected, but 2 inhibs down. Baron up in 50 seconds.
Yep, now you just push down this top wave, get to that inhibitor, and get control of Baron. You can get that inhibitor and have the double super minions then. TL are pretty free to do that, Baron.
Cool, not a situation Froggen is unfamiliar with.
True.
They've stalled out the game, 42 minutes in. Team Liquid, despite all their advantages, have not quite closed it out yet. But in a good position, certainly.
Yep. GA for Lourlo, so he's not going to need the Zilean ultimate anymore.
Good stuff there. Inhibitor getting pressured. Echo Fox Is this your moment? Might have to be. Rengar cocooned in the face. Oh, big damage though on the bombs. FeniX gonna follow in. Keith chunked down. That's Dardoch. Finds the assassination in the backline. Will go down for it. Ulti proc by KFO, but they'll take the inhib. That's a 1-for-1. Team Liquid happy with that trade.
No ultimate again onto Dardoch. Trades 1-for-1 there for Keith. But they're going to be able to pick up that inhibitor that was eluding them for so long.
Oh, big chunked out. Lourlo's huge. Just takes out the Zyra. KFO now the next target. Inhib falls in mid lane. That's going to be triple inhibs down for Echo Fox. Froggen ulti doing work. Matt almost going to die to the last pulse. Shields himself just in time. Game still going.
Yep, game still going. Echo Fox play these long games and double bomb.
Shut down there. Flash double bombs in for one. Froggen down. That's the wave clear. Hard now in trouble. Does go down to Piglet. KFO could be the next target, but Team Liquid might just try and close things out. Good riposte. Keeps him alive. Piglet tanking up 2 turrets. Is a little awkward. Gonna stay alive for now though. FeniX no ultimate. They will crush through. Echo Fox just couldn't hold on for long enough, and Team Liquid win a pretty long game number 1, but win nonetheless.
And TL, they're going to love that victory right there, but they still have to close out the BO3 to finally get a win in the series category because they're still 0-3, but this is a good barometer for them. We talked about how they played the 2 undefeated teams, and they also played the defending champion, two-time defending champion, CLG. So where do they stand? Well, they at least need to say they're higher than Echo Fox.
Definitely good to build momentum. Important to pick up a win here for both these teams. Echo Fox, definitely a stronghold here and there, but TL, what a weird game, pacing-wise. They got the early lead with the Rengar, kind of fumbled it a bit with a great counter gank from Hard, and then there was just big ebb and flow. TL were finally able to get real tangible advantages and push through, but I think that game for them, they'll look at it and say, yes, we won. We obviously need to win this series, but not their cleanest game. Yeah,
there were a couple things there that really stood out. The momentum was kind of taken away after that Hard counter gank, and then they kind of sat on their hands for a bit. They sat on their hands later and tried Baron bait over and over again. FeniX played really well, but so did Lourlo. Lourlo got split push advantage, and he used it and made KFO pretty much a non-factor in this game, and KFO was key to the composition of Fox.
Yep, certainly was. But for a deeper dive into that game, Team Liquid win, let's head over to the analyst desk.